Good evening and welcome once again to the Whiskey Cowboy Live. Tonight's date is November 16th, 2025. It is a Sunday. Sunday. My goodness. Get things adjusted here. Now, I think we got a couple folks that are listening. They're joining in. They ain't typed up. There we go. Laurel says, "Howdy, looking good, sounding good, fantastic." The music was coming in. It wasn't broken up. Two. Got a notification. Music is good, she said. Fantastic. Got a notification on my system that, hey, your system needs to be updated, needs to be restarted to get your updates good. Jacqueline says, yep, sounds good. Thank you, Jacqueline. Jackie. Jacqueline Seville. Isn't there an opera about somebody from Seville? Tonight's coffee, hazelnut cream from New England brand. Mm-hmm. Nummy. What do you got going on over here? Oh, look at that. It's an old show window. There we go. Close that one out. It's like, what the heck is going on there? Waiting for folks to jump on in. Jump on in. By golly. Jackie. You know who, Jackie? Not like Jacqueline Onassis or something like that. We know who that is. You know another Jackie? One from, what the heck was that show? It was a spin-offs from the Jeffersons. Jacqueline Yvonne Harry, American actress. But yeah, I believe it was what the heck show did she do? Here we go. We'll go in here and we'll see. There's her movie stuff. I'm looking at TV. Boy, she did a lot of movies too. What the heck was it? Is that her? It might be her. No, it can't be her. She's too young. No, I guess it was. Let's see here. No, that ain't her. You're not helping me out any, folks. Apartment 4. I'm trying to think here. There's checking in. That's not the one that I was thinking of. Laurel says she's at a loss too. Yeah, it's trying to think here. God, 227. There we go. 227. 227. Sitcom set in an apartment building. Yeah, see? Jackie Harry was in that too. The Jeffersons. I think her name was Jackie. No. Sandra Clark was her name on that show. Well, which one had Jackie? Which one had Jackie? She was the over. Yes, she was the over the top and flamboyant. Right, and she talked through her nose. She talked through her nose. Let's see here. She talked through her nose. Yeah, they're coming up. They're coming. She's coming every time I do that. And Jackie from the Jeffersons and 227. But her name wasn't Jack. I thought her name was Jackie on one of those shows. Whatever. It ain't that important. Just and Seville. I'm trying to think of Seville. There's a I think of here. It's been a long weekend, long days on the something Seville. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Fuck it. We're letting folks wander into the show. We only got a few of them watching right now. Been trying to play different strategies on Facebook to get views, followers, and payment, because they've got to actually have a lot of interaction and shares. Now, one of the things is, every now and again when I put up some fluff stuff, folks are like, "Oh, I don't want to see that. It's like I gotta put it up. I gotta put it up because that's what's getting the views on Facebook. Hits the algorithms. Like Michelle Obama. I give two shits about Michelle Obama, but I got to post about her. Why? Because that's what's getting the views on Facebook right now. I pay attention to these things. And I always find it funny for the people that don't want to see shit. They go and post on it fast enough. Like, well, there you go. There you go. You posted on it. You did what I needed it to do. You posted on it. But I also don't put up with hogwash. Let me try to get this here. I'd posted this up. This is my latest attention getter. It was the Michelle Obama thing. She says that America's not ready for a woman president. Yeah, well, they said that about Barack Obama too. Ready? They'll never vote in him. They're not ready for a black president, and they elected him twice. The problem isn't that our nation isn't ready for a female president. Ain't a single one stepped up that could do it. Well, there was some sort of, but Hillary had the ability. You know, people can say all they want to about Hillary. Hey, Judy, welcome to the show. People can say what they want to about Hillary. She could have done the job. She was a very competent politician. She was just a fucking snake. Hillary didn't get elected because Hillary did not get elected because she was a woman. She didn't get elected because she's a snake. She's not the only snake that hasn't been elected. Oh, she could do the job all right. She's just the wrong person for the job. And there's other women that could do the job. Tulsi Gabbard, I think she'd do okay. That's the big one that comes up. They mention that a lot, but I wouldn't vote for her. There's a difference between saying somebody could do the job and whether they'd get my vote. Ain't no way in hell I'd cast a vote for Tulsi Gabbard. Oh, she's articulate. She's intelligent. She's got charisma. But she is a Democrat. Oh, she left the party. She's a Democrat. She didn't change. She sort of shifted on some of her views because she jumped out of the Democrat camp and moved over with Trump. But she ain't a conservative, and she's not a Republican, and she's a Democrat. Yeah, there's a lot worse out there than her, but she's still a Democrat. Oh, so you'd never vote for a Democrat? Well, I didn't say that. Never have. Never have. Because there's policy issues that I just don't agree with. I just don't agree with them. So if they've got a candidate that I could vote for, I'll vote against them. And unless it's a national crisis, I may not vote for any of them. They need to earn my vote. They just don't get it. So if it's not a national crisis, this last election was a national crisis, then I'll vote. I'll hold my nose and I'll vote. But, yeah, they don't get my vote by default. They got to earn that shit. And Tulsi is anti-Second Amendment, no matter how she tries to spin it otherwise now. No. And then, people like, yeah, I'm from Hawaii and she did great. And yeah, I'm sure I got a lot of respect for her. I'm sure you do. She's great for fucking Hawaii. That's great. I got no problems with the job that she's in. I think the job suits her. That's fine. But it ain't the president. See, that doesn't mean that I don't that I preclude Democrats from being in any position anywhere. No, it doesn't work that way. She doesn't make policy. I preclude Democrats from being in a position that make policy. Just doing their job, just do your job. I don't care. If you're good at your job, do your job. I'm just not going to have you be a policymaker. Why? Because I don't agree with your policies. So that's how I roll. But back to that post. There's been people that jump in and say, yeah, that I agree with her and this is a sexist nation and all this other stuff. Oh, you haven't seen those comments? Yeah, imagine that. You want to know how many people get shown the door, or their posts are covered up and hidden and stuff like that. You look at, because there's a post count with every post, and you go, says there's 100 posts, and I only see 25 of them. Oh, fucking imagine that. And guess what? I get credit. I just pulled those numbers off the top of my head, but I get credit for every post that's made. Whether I delete it, I still got credit for it. Whether I hide it, I still get credit for it. Whether I show them to the door, i.e. block them, and then all their shit disappears, I get credit for all of it. But nobody sees it. Because my content and my page is not for them. I posted about that today. Did y'all see that post I put up today? Because I've been flooded with a lot of folks from the left. I do a lot of cleanup. The post starts, every bit of content on social media is not meant for everyone. Because it's not. It's not. So I clean it up. Oh, you don't like opposing views? No, I got no problems with opposing views. They can post it on their own pages. And I allow disagreements. It's usually disagreements within our camp. Look, if you're on the left and you're a decent person and you want to post, that's fine. Just keep your nose clean. Don't be stupid. But I got no tolerance for it. You step out of line, you're gone. Why? You're not my base demographic. I'm not worried about changing the left's mind. I'm not. That's not the purpose of my content. It's not about changing the left's mind. It's about fortifying and strengthening those on our own side and giving them information and material that they can then use any way they want. And then if they want to go head-to-head with knuckleheads, by all means do it. I encourage it. That's great. It's just I don't have the time for it on my page nor the patience. And I don't want my page to turn into looking like every other Facebook page out there where you go, oh, it's a conservative page. I'm gonna follow this page, and every time you go there, you have to wade through mountains of liberal bullshit shit piles. You don't do that on my page. Makes for a nicer experience. Then if you just want to deal with trolls and get into arguments and get your heckles up someplace, hey, have at it. There's a lot of pages out there. I encourage it. Go ahead. Go have fun. Go have fun. Another thing to hit up again today, and it happens all the time. It chaps my ass. People telling me what I think, or you said this. No, I didn't fucking say that. Go ahead and read what I said. It's right there for the world to see. I didn't say that. And don't even try this. You meant shit. No, I post what I mean. If you want to read into it differently, hey, whatever. If you think I'm saying something that I'm not, ask me. I do that all the time with people. Hey. Let's clarify really quick. What you mean? Can you elaborate? I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Let's clarify. If they show, yeah, okay, that's what I thought. See you later. Yeah, it's an echo chamber. Yeah. Yes, it is. Try to use that as an insult. No, it is. You go to a church, it's a fucking echo chamber. You go to a club, it's an echo chamber. You go to a freaking car forum, it's an echo chamber. It's about cars. You don't just start posting about planes, trains, and automobiles. Well, automobiles you would. Because cars, you don't just, okay, let's talk about Star Wars. This is a car forum, right? It's an echo chamber. My page and my content caters to constitutional conservatives. It's that simple. If you're Christian, all the better, but I don't cater to Christians. I cater to constitutional conservatives. Is everybody there? Nobody's talking. Nobody's talking. You gotta say or something every once in a while. I know Gus is out there. Gus is always hiding in the weeds. Judy goes, Laurel says we're listening. Also posted up, evil people throughout history did not tend to see themselves as being evil. They actually thought they were good. Right. You think Adolf Hitler thought that he was evil? No, he thought he was he didn't believe in God, but he thought he was doing the good work. Excuse me, he was doing the good work. Think Stalin thought that he was evil? No, he thought he was doing the good work. Think Pol Pot thought he was evil? No, he thought he was doing the good work. A lot of people don't understand that. You can't deal with people on the left or evil people. Not everybody on the left is evil, but it tends to go that way, whether they realize it or not. They think they're good. There's Gus. He says yes. Hey, Gus. Laurel. Here's another question. You got this wrong the last time. She goes, damn it, John, another freaking quiz. When somebody comes to the show and they type up for the first time, what do I say to them? What's the one word that I say first? so he said, howdy. Howdy. I can't ever think of any time I've actually said howdy to somebody. Howdy. Yo. Howdy. Laurel says, just stop. She's refusing to answer. I just got through saying it when I noticed Gus popped in there. Say, hey. Hey. She's like, stop picking on me, John. Dang it. Stop picking on me. Her little guy's got a light on his ATV now. Well, it says, hey, have you been here before? And where were you from? Yeah, those are secondary. Says, hey, welcome to the show. Hey. Hey, Laurel. Yeah, her little fella's got a light on the ATV. Next is coming one of those lanyards, the on-off power lanyard things. I'm tired. You know what they're called. Laurel knows what they're called. Kill switch lanyard things. See, there goes Gus. Hey, howdy. I don't. I've had people look. I've been in around New Hampshire. And yes, people go to me, howdy. It's like, howdy. Hey. I'll go, hey, back. I didn't go, howdy. Howdy ain't my thing. Now we have the kill switch lanyard on it. Oh, good. I just saw that you were going to have it installed. So that's a good thing to have. Lanyard kill switch. Especially now that he's got his gumption up. He's just like, wee-hee. He just zips around. He zips around. My goodness. He's zipping all over the place. But yeah, the evil people throughout history, none of them considered themselves evil. So you got to keep that in mind with dealing with people that are just like out there. It's like they don't think they're evil. They think you're evil. That's the problem. They're flipped around. They're just flipped around. Yeah, Morgan Stanley estimates that by 2028, the national power supply needed for AI is going to be about 20%. Judy says, we say howdy in Oklahoma. It's natural. Yeah, but I don't. I've never said howdy. I never said it. Hey. Evening, morning. I'm an evening, morning, afternoon, sort of. That's country way, too. But yeah, 20% to AI. And then everybody goes, yeah, we need to build more nuclear power plants. Well, I agree. I agree. Hey, Kay. Welcome to the show. I agree. We need to build more nuclear power plants. However, our national grid cannot stand it. Our grid is aging and cannot handle the extra loads. And we have rolling blackouts all the time. We need serious upgrades in our grid system. Now, somebody had pointed out that like New York wanted to be all electric by next year. And they've scrapped that idea. Of course they do. They floated the ideas and they pushed it because that's what got the votes. Ain't no way in hell. And those who follow my content know I said this back when California and New York and some of these other states were trying to implement this. No gas in the homes and no new gas cars are going to be. And I'm like, ain't no way it's going to happen. You watch. A few years down the road, they're going to scrap the idea. Those who follow my content know that I predicted that, and it's happening. Now, some people are saying, "Oh, they're scrapping it because AI needs it." No, they're scrapping it because it's infeasible. Laurel says we have to totally upgrade the infrastructure countrywide. Correct. Judy says they've been knowing this for many years. I don't know why they won't fix it. Lord knows, because they keep kicking it down the road. That's the same way with our bridges. Our bridges and roadways are falling apart. Yet our taxes are supposed to be going to fix it. They ain't. We pay taxes on energy. They ain't putting in the power lines and upgrading things the way they should. They're not doing it. Kick it down the road. Drew said that's absolutely true. They asked the same question in the UK. It's like, hey, we pay a shit ton of road taxes here. How come the roads aren't fixed? Did you know in the UK, the average wait time when you report that there's a pothole that needs to be fixed? Now, I don't expect anybody to know this, but I'm going to throw it out there and see some guesses. In the UK, when you report that there's a pothole that needs to be fixed, what do you think the average time is from the time the report is made until the pothole gets filled? Just give me a time frame. Judy says 10 years. No, no, not quite that bad. Good guess. Laurel says probably a year. That's a good guess. Anybody else? We got 10 years, way too high. Laurel says a year. Anybody else? How about you, Gus? Gus, don't be Googling it, damn it. Just answer the question. If somebody comes up with the exact time, you're out of here. You Googled it. Stop it. Don't do that. Jacqueline says when the road needs repaving. No. Well, that's how they do it sometimes here in the States. My goodness. But that's not a time period, Jacqueline. Okay, Gus isn't going to play. 2 years. 2 years is the average from the time you report it until it gets filled. 2 years. Like, what the hell? It'd take less time for the people that lived on that road. Just Judy says she's close. You said 10 years. 10 years isn't close to 2. Laurel was closer with 1 year. Should have been The Price is Right. The closest to the price without going over. But yeah, that's ridiculous. And you want to know why? You want to know why that happens? They just don't have any money. They have no money to fix the roads, although people pay fucking road taxes up the ass. Judy says 8 years goes by fast these days. Oh, goodness. I'm getting too old for 8 years to go fast. We can just slow that shit down. Laura says, what did I win? Let's see what Laurel won. She won a vacation to Cancun. That's right. Beautiful Cancun. It's going to be the off season. Yeah, but no, and here's the reason why. It's a very similar problem that we have here in the States. The road taxes go into the general fund. Isn't that something? Road taxes. Gus says, I don't want to be 73. I can't drive 65. Oh, goodness. But yeah, it goes all their road taxes go into the general fund. And once it's in the general fund, it's spent just like anything else. It's like, well, that's fucking stupid. That's like Social Security. The problem we had, part of the problem with Social Security is that they were using it for other shit. They need to stop it. Laurel says, thanks, but no thanks. I don't fly and I will not go to Mexico. You can trade it in for cash. Trade it in for cash. So I was like, I haven't gotten one of these in ages. Remember when every week you get these, win a all expense trip to, wherever, or a cruise or something like that. I don't get them in anymore, but we used to. It's like, okay, but you got to leave out of like, I don't know, they give you a port. You gotta leave out of Florida. So you got to get yourself to Florida. And then you got to be able to afford to take the time off of work. That's another thing. I don't care if you're paying for my vacation. That ain't paying my bills. Laura says, I remember those. Yeah, they used to come in all the time. Yeah, no expense. 3 nights, 4 days at Hotel Puerto Vallarta, wherever, it's like, oh, that's cool. And all you got to do is just show up at Puerto El Cubo in Florida, or, wherever, or you get to pick your destination, New York City or freaking Los Angeles or something, Miami. And you just get there and you get this free 3 nights, 4-day vacation. It's like, that's good. That's a week. It's a week out and I've got to drive there and I'm not making a dime while I'm thank you. So, yeah, I've never been rich enough to be able to take advantage of any of those dang things, even if I was to win. No, sorry, I can't do it. Can't take the time off of work. Had the same problem years ago. The missus got a ticket for running a stop sign. She didn't run the stop sign, and supposedly it was a report from somebody else. The police officer said, "Yeah, we got this report in. They said you did it, and he wrote the ticket." Well, that's pretty fucking stupid. Yeah, Concord's finest. But the problem is, the missus could have fought the ticket. She would have won. Because if the person reporting it didn't show up and have proof, then the ticket's thrown out. The problem is she couldn't afford to take the day off of work, and the ticket cost less than, the ticket cost less than what she would have lost if she had taken the day off of work. So it's like, fucking pay the ticket. It's cheaper. It's cheaper. Her record's fine now. You know what my driving record has on it? Anybody recall what my driving record has on it? Goose egg, 0. Got nothing. No parking tickets, no speeding tickets, no moving violations of any kind. Because a cowboy rolls like that. But it's not because I ain't been pulled over. I've been pulled over. I've been pulled over. I'm just not an asshole. Yep, got me. Do you know how fast you were going? I have no earthly idea. I know I was zipping along. I know I was on. Never tell them how fast you think you were going, though. Vague stuff is fine. The last time it was we were zipping along a back road, and I think it was like 5 cars. And we're just all zipping. It was a beautiful day. The weather had been shit for a week. It was the first beautiful day. We're just zipping the back roads. Now, none of us were doing incredibly fast. It's not like we were doing 80 miles an hour. It was a back road, so I think it was like 30 miles an hour. We must have been doing about 40 or so. We're just zipping along. I was the car in the ass end. Always try to be in the middle if you can. Try to be in the middle. Don't be the first guy. Don't be the last guy. Try to be in the middle. But we're zipping along. We're just, oh, this shit. Saw him go by. Fuck. Okay. The missus all. No, that's not the last time. Last time was getting pizza. Last time was getting pizza. I told you about that. So sorry, this is 2 times ago. We're zipping along. And I slowed down. They were all gone. And he turned around and he caught up with me, but I waited until he had a nice place, and I pulled over. He's like, yeah. I told him, I said, hey, I kept going because I just didn't want you. There was no good place for him to stop, and I didn't want him on a corner or a blind spot. And he's like, thanks. And he goes, do you know how fast you were going? I'm like, Dad, I have no idea. I said, I know we were zipping along. I said, I don't think we were doing too terribly bad, but I know I wasn't paying attention. It's the first good day after a week of crappy weather, and we're just out enjoying the weather and the roads. It's like, okay. So he goes back to his car, comes back up about 3 minutes later, and he hands me back my information. He's like, well, there you go, Mr. Cowboy. He didn't call me Mr. Cowboy. He said, there you go, Mr. Cowboy. He said, yeah, you came up clean. It's nothing. Just just watch your speed. I'm like, okay. Be safe. He goes, yeah, you too. And that was that. This last time was the pizza. The missus just laughed when I got pulled over. She knows. She's with me, pulled over once. She's like, yeah, you ain't going to get a ticket. She didn't say that until after I didn't get the ticket, though, but she was laughing. Laurel says my son has been pulled over for speeding several times, but he's always polite and respectful and tells the truth. He usually makes them laugh and shake their heads, and they tell him to go home. Yeah, it's that simple. You know, the cops deal with too many assholes as it is. A lot of times people think that cops are just instantly going to be, look, it's because they're dealing with assholes every day. So if you're nice to them, I always let them, look, I don't care if they come up there being an ass. I'm going to be nice. You might get out of a ticket. And I've never had to get my heckles up with a police officer. Never. Even when I was called to be trespassed, I never had to get my heckles up with a police officer. It just doesn't work. Not in person. I did after the fact at one time, but that's different. That's again with Concord's finest. Because I was trespassed from another place. It's like, damn, how many places you been trespassed twice? Two different places here, and both in Concord. And one of them in a store that I wouldn't fucking darken their doorstep if you paid me to. That's the King Shoes. Is that what it's called? King Shoes, downtown Concord. Bunch of fuckheads. Overpriced shoes. Even the police officers who trespass me goes, yeah, their prices are ridiculous. That story. I didn't tell you that story. Let me tell you that story. Y'all know that I used to do a lot of street photography. Well, I was doing street photography downtown Concord, New Hampshire, state capital. This was years and years ago. And if somebody is unique looking, or I think that they're going to make a good picture, I'll take the picture. So that's what I was doing. Well, this gal, she went by, and I took her picture. I said, hey, you have a nice day now. And she went on her way. Didn't think anything of it. Well, she went up the street, and then she went into the store. And I guess her boyfriend showed up. And I guess I was just some creepy pervert. She gonna tell a yarn. And that little fucker had the nerves to come down to where I was on the corner, still taking pictures, and call me out. Like, I ain't having any of this shit. I didn't say but 2 fucking words to her. I took 1 picture. I'm here taking pictures all morning. Ain't nothing special about your gal. I just thought she had an interesting look. I took the fucking picture. Street photography 101. And by that time, that got my heckles up. And I'm like, oh, hell no. So I went down the street, and I went into King Shoes, I think that's what it's called, where the gal was. And I confronted her, and I said, what are you saying to people? So then she started. It's like, nah, that's not what happened. And you said nothing to me. I said 2 words to you, and that was that. And now you're starting to spout shit about me. I said, that ain't cool. Joe Kings. Did you look at it? Joe Kings. There we go. Joe Kings. Thank you, Gus. Joe Kings. And the staff is like, well, you can leave now. And I'm like, yeah, I can leave. I'm not going to leave. I'm sorting this out. They didn't tell me to leave. There's a difference. Remember, you know this about the Cowboy. Words have meaning. Words have meaning. If you want me to leave, tell me to leave. Don't invite me to leave. Don't say, you can leave now. No, tell me to leave. Words have meaning. And yes, that shit holds up in court. So, and this is done. I'm like, I'm through with this. So you're a real piece of work. And I left. Well, didn't think nothing of it. I think it was 2 days later. 2 days later, back in Concord, taking pictures. And now keep in mind, most of the police knew me. I'm a pretty recognizable feller. They know me. Same way with Manchester. I'd rather street shoot in Manchester any day. People can say what they want to, but I had much better rapport with the police in Manchester than I did Concord. But most of the Concord police, nah, but a couple of them, they think that they're something. Yeah, stop it. But whatever. So, here I am. 2 days later, I'm eating, I think I was eating a gyro or something like that. It was a restaurant across the street. I was inside having lunch. And I think even that, I wasn't even just having lunch. I had sat down with somebody some feller, and we were talking about photography and stuff like that. And I had my kit with me. That's fine. And I'm in the restaurant, and a couple police officers show up. And they start asking me questions. I'm like, yeah. Hey, did you have an interaction with it? Yeah. Da-da-da-da-da-da. They said this. I'm like, nah. No. And within like 3 minutes, there was like 8 Concord Police Department folks there. Concord officers. Well, I ain't a small guy. But I thought it was funny. And some of them were all trying to but the officer that was dealing with me, he knew the deal. He's like, look, okay. So we went outside and we talked outside, so it wasn't in the restaurant. And we went over the situation. I said, no, that's bullshit. It's not what happened. It was like, okay, well, they want you trespassed from the store. And I'm like, hey, not a fucking problem. I just won't go there anymore. No, it was legally trespassed, so he had to take all my information. This is the shit that pisses me off. When somebody is trespassing you from their property, they get all of your information. You get none of theirs. Nah, that shit don't fly. And I told that to the police officers too. I said, that shit don't fly. If they know my address, they know my name, they know my date of birth, they know all of this shit. Yeah, I need to know their fucking information. Fair's fair. Now, the reason I had a run-in with the Concord PD after that is because in the trespass shit, they fucked up on the information. Well, that doesn't nullify it, but I felt like I was going to rub it in their face anyway, so I went back a few days later to the police department and said, talk to some lieutenant, and I told him he was a fucking pussy because he wouldn't come out. He was in there talking with a statey. He was in there talking to a statey, and I said, look, your information's wrong. You didn't even fill out the form correctly. So instead of getting the correct shit, he just fucking tried to I'm Mr. Big Guy. Not realizing I'm a former police officer. I'm familiar with the shit. So I'm like, yeah, you're a fucking pussy. You stay back there laughing with your statey friend and shit like that. You're a pussy. You won't come out here and talk to me. See you later, jackwagon. And then I left. But yeah, so Joe Kings. Yep. Now you want to hear the story of the second place that I got trespassed from? This is this is a confession time. The Whiskey Cowboy confession time. Do you want to hear this? Do you want to hear the second place? Laurel says yes. Some of you may remember this. It was Comcast. Xfinity, to be exact. Xfinity. Hey there, OT. Welcome to the show. Xfinity. It was over in the property in Vermont, but it wasn't. They were supposed to, when my father died, I took on his account and I paid his account so that the cable would stay on, because there was a feller that was still living there. So I had the account information switched to me. Now, I'd called him on the phone and said, this is the situation. What do I need to do to keep it turned on? Keep it on and pay the bills. Oh, all you got to do since he died, all you got to do is we'll get your information, we'll put you on the account, and then you just pay it. I'm like, okay, that's good. Seems fairly easy. Well, a little bit later on in time, I'm like, okay, the feller's going to be gone, like, let's say, the end of the month. So I call him up and I said, hey, I need the cable turned off on X date. Okay? I need it turned off on X date. And they're like, okay, not a problem. Okay, not a problem. Well, they turned it off early. And I was paying for the bill, but I told the feller, I'm a man of my word. I told the fella that he was going to have internet. That's all he was using for communicating with everybody, is the internet. So I was paying $99 a month for him to have internet over there out of my own pocket. But they terminated it early. So I'm like, holy fuck. Excuse me, that's not right. So I'm like, I call them on the phone and they're like, well, come on into the office. So I went into the office down in Concord. You can get a pattern here. Went into the office and I'm like, hey, I said, you guys just turned in. I'm like, oh, it's going to take us X amount of time. It's like, no, it doesn't. You can turn it back on now. You can turn it back on now. That's how it works. You tell them to turn it on, they turn it on. Takes the same amount of time to turn it off as it does to turn them on. And they're like, oh, well, we can't anyways because you're not associated with the account. And I'm like, what? What do you mean I'm not associated with the account? I've been paying the bills. Look on the address to where you're sending the bills. Oh, yeah, that's my address. See that name on that? Oh, yeah, that's mine. Oh, but... oh, they blah, blah, blah. They went around in circles. It's like, holy shit. Well, we went around and around and around and around and around. And then I got pissed. And the missus is with me. And they had the general store manager, a little Weasley fuck. He comes up and then he gets froggy with me. I'm sitting down the whole time. Now keep in mind, I'm sitting down the whole time. I do that on purpose. And he's getting up in my face. And I'm telling him, you need to back off. And you need to not be so fucking froggy. Say, because you don't have any fucking idea who you're dealing with. But he escalated it. And then he told me to leave. And I'm like, I'm not fucking leaving. Okay, I just committed a crime. When you're told to leave, you have to leave. But he's like, I'm going to call the police. I said, fucking call the police. Do it. Because even though, see, this is also what I know. You may have just committed a crime. However, how it generally plays out is if when the police come and they ask you to leave, that's the end of it. Unless the other person fills out actual trespass paperwork. But they don't arrest you for trespassing. They could, but they don't. Okay? And I knew this. So I'm like, go ahead and fucking call the police. And he calls him on the cell phone, and I hear the operator goes, does he have weapons? And see, he didn't know what I had and what I didn't have. But I heard that. It's like, does he have weapons? Because it's all on speakerphone. And I laughed and I said, you're damn right I got weapons. I got a gun on my hip. Well, it's illegal to have one. Fuck them. I said, let's play this out. So, sure as shit, here comes the Concord PD again. And they show up in force. And they come in. And they talk with me. And they left the missus in there, and she's talking with them. And I walked outside with them. Because I said, I've accomplished what I wanted to. I just wanted them to make you come here. So that's all I wanted. So we talked, and I explained the situation. They knew that the Xfinity people were being a bunch of fucking assholes. Well, the manager was being a fucking asshole. And I said, and I knew you weren't going to arrest me. He goes, well, I could. I said, I know you can, but you're not going to, because this is how it's going to play out. So tell me if I'm wrong. You arrest me. You book me for trespassing. I'm then released pretty much immediately. We get a court date. I show up for the court date. They say don't do it again, and that's that. He goes, yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, no shit. No shit. So I had a good conversation with the fellers. I knew what was going to happen. This is the situation. Some of you might remember this. While they were away from me, or while my missus was away from me, the police officers asked her if she felt safe at home. If she was having any problems at home. What, because I was pissed off? She was as pissed off as I was. She was mad. She's like, what the hell are you asking me that question for? Well, okay. It goes on. They trespassed me. We filled out the forms and stuff like that, and that's fine and dandy. And I'm like, no fucking problem. So I got home. And I called corporate. I called corporate. And I explained the situation to corporate. And they're like, okay, we're going to have somebody get in touch with you. So somebody from their legal department, they get in touch with me. And we went over it again. And they're like, yes, sir, that was completely uncalled for. They should not have escalated it. What do you want? What do you want to have done? Well, I said, I want that little fucker fired. I said, I know you're probably not going to, but that's what I'd like. That's what I would like. And they're like, yeah, that's probably not going to happen. What else? I said, well, he needs to have something put in his record, and he needs to be trained on how to do customer interactions, because that was inappropriate. She's like, I agree. I agree. And then I said, what I also want is and the missus was trespassed too. We were both trespassed, and she didn't do a fucking thing. I said, also what I want to do is I want an apology written. Can be in an email, but it's got to be written. And I want them to call the Concord Police Department and have that restraining order rescinded for both me and the missus. She's like, done deal. She said, you will be contacted soon. I'm like, okay. By the end of the week, I got an email apologizing for the treatment of the missus and myself, and the way that Xfinity has handled the situation. And they welcome me as a customer, and I can come back at any time, and they will do whatever I need done. Kay says, do you feel safe at home? I asked that when you have a doctor's office. Yes, they do. We've talked about that too. My wife hates that. She hates that. So I pulled it. Remember I said when I was selling guns this year, it's like when there's a guy buying a gun and his wife's there, I always look at him, make sure she's listening. Do you feel safe at home? Everybody gets a kick out of it, but whatever. So, yeah. So they send me the email. They apologize. We value you as a customer. You can come back. We'll do anything that we want, that we need to be done. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. The restraining order has been rescinded. You know, it's fine. I'm like, okay. I said, thank you very much. Short and sweet. And then I called up the Concord Police Department and I said, hey, see, there we go again. Hey, can you verify this for me? And they did. They said, yes, sir. It's been rescinded. You don't have to worry about it. I said, okay, can you send me a copy of that? I said, yes, sir. And so they sent me off a copy. So that's the second time I was trespassed. Now, Joe King's, I don't give a shit about Joe King's. I'm never going to darken their doorstep. Overpriced shoes anyways. And that's funny because the officer said, have you seen this? Have you seen the prices of their shoes? And he's like, yeah, they're a bit pricey. I don't buy shoes there. It's like, come on now. Yeah, the Cowboys got this saying, and I've said it many times. Let's play this hand out. Let's play it out. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. I ain't never had a dead man's hand. I've always come up aces. I pick and choose my confrontations and where I stand. That's it. It's pretty simple. So that's the 2 times I've been trespassed. Hope you don't think anything less of me. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. No, what you going to do? You got to stand for something. A lot of times people go, man, John, you get yourself into a lot of confrontations. It's like, I could be in more. I could be in more. But unlike Judy says, I wouldn't expect any less of you. Yeah, it is what it is. If you're probably going, yeah, it sounds right. Sounds right. I will protect other people. I will stand up for what's right. See, this is the whole thing. I don't pass up opportunities. You don't have to look for problems. You don't have to look for something to do the right thing. The same way as on the other show I told you about me stopping in for the pro-life folks that were standing on the corner. It's just a matter of don't pass up opportunities. It's that simple. Too many people just pass on by. I don't. I do sometimes. But I pick and choose and I go, okay, this is where I'm gonna stand on this issue. Yep. And I always start out civil. I do. I'm a nice guy. I really am. I'm a nice guy. I have a very... I got a narrow bit of leeway. I ain't going to be walked on. Back quite a few years ago down at, I think it's Mr. Pizza's or something like that. Pizza Man. I think it's a Pizza Man. I don't know what the hell it is. Up in Hooksett, the backside, other side of the river. Some gal yapping about the Second Amendment, and she didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. She's yapping with her husband, a little mousy guy, and she just loud voice, and just like, you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. The missus is thinking, oh my goodness. Gus says he was late coming to my house because he spoke up. No, that wasn't why I was late. I was late because I was a dumbass and I forgot the part. So folks know I wasn't really late because I stopped and made a guy that had a sign that said, fuck these people, look like an idiot that he was. I didn't. That's not why I was late. I was late because I had driven all the way from my house, all the way through to the northern side of Concord proper, and realized, oh shit, I forgot the part that Gus needed to put on if he could get the bearing off of the snow machine, the snow blower. So it wouldn't have done any good. So then I'm like, Gus, and I think these are probably about the words. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gus. And I go, Gus, I'm going to be late because I was a fucking retard. And I forgot the part that needs to be replaced on the snowblower. I think that was pretty close to what I said. Kay says it's unfortunate that you have to actually know your rights and to deal and to protect the freedom of these. Yeah, it is. It is. Judy says, truth, Kay. Yeah. The problem is too many police officers don't know the rights of the citizens either. They should. It's just stupid. Nobody does. And the left think they know, and they don't know. Gus says, yes, but then you told me about the other. No, I didn't tell you about the other till I showed up at your house. I didn't tell you on the phone. I told you when I got to your house. I said, you want to know about my adventure? Yeah, on the phone, I just said that I was a fucking retard. And I forgot the part. I got to turn around and go back home. Pick it up. So I'll be late. Just don't want you to think I wrapped my truck around a pole or something. Well, Gus, you can't be kidding like that. Folks don't know. Folks don't know. They weren't privy. Yeah. Yeah, that was fun. I like that. I like stopping there and giving those sign holders Now, I don't know where they're from, but I guess there is an abolitionist movement going around out there. I've run across one of the guy's videos on YouTube, and most of them are shorts where he's out holding up the signs and people confront him. And this group might be part of them, but I guess they're up there every Friday. But he wasn't. The feller, one of the fellers that was holding the sign wasn't this guy, but they're the same group of people. They're abortion abolitionists. But yeah, I pulled over in the unload lane in the center and got out. Took care of business. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do. Don't pass up them. Hey, if you ain't in a rush and you can take a couple minutes to do it. I was just hoping the guy would get his heckles up. He didn't. He did. Can you imagine that? He didn't. He didn't get his heckles up with me. Missed opportunity. But yeah, he was a piece of work. Yeah, I'm not the type to shy away from things. I told you about coming home that one time when the jack wagon was weaving all over the road and speeding up and slowing down. It looks like he was fighting with somebody in the passenger seat, and then they were throwing shit out the window. And I told you about that story, right? Did I tell you about that one? No, I did. Get to the other side of a town, and then he's still pulling his stuff. Judy says, I don't think so. Yeah, we were following this jackwagon. He's just like zipping back and forth all over the place. Fighting. Laura says, I don't remember it. Fighting with somebody in the car, and they're throwing shit out the windows and stuff. Now, this is right in the rush hour time traffic. You know, it's like, what the hell is going on here? So I keep my distance. We get through another town. We're going through another town, so we're following from one end of town to another. It wasn't Concord. We get to the other side of the main stoplight, and we're going. And he damn near slammed on his brakes in front of me. I almost ran into him. And then he zipped off into a little fucking trailer park housing area. And Gus says, oh, yes, you told me about it. And I just laid on the horn. It's like, you fucking asshole. Okay? And that would have been all fine. That could have been all fine. This fucker turns around. And he comes speeding back out after me. It's like, oh. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So I'm like, okay. And the missus is like, nah, don't. Don't. Dude, don't. I did. I pulled over. Because he's swearing at me. He's swearing at me, you know, because I can see him. And he's right. This is all happening really quick. And I pull over. And he comes flying up, and he's coming up, and he is nosed in, but not in front of me yet. And he's out into traffic. And it's a middle-aged guy, middle-aged to older guy, and some young feller. And the driver was the older of the two, and he was the one that was fighting with the passenger. And the older feller, he's fucking calling me names, and he's calling me a faggot, and he's calling all this, and blah, 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 da, 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 da. It's like, look, you need to stop driving like that shit. You're going to get into an accident. You're going to cause a problem. And he's blah, 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 blah. I said, no, you better stop. And by this time, the missus is on the phone. Or I think she's on the phone. Or she called earlier. Okay, yeah, I think she'd called earlier. And, well, this jackwagon, again, I'm still sitting in the truck, and he's screaming at me in his vehicle, you know, all him and his three teeth. And he then pulls up, and he parks right in front of me, you know, nose in, blocking my truck. Oh, no, you didn't. Oh, no, you didn't. Okay. Well, here we go. Let's play this out. So I open up my truck door, and I step out of my truck. Now, y'all know me. I got a big truck. But you also know me that if I step out of my truck, my head level doesn't change. So I step out of the truck. And I shut my door, and I begin to walk on up to the back of their vehicle. I got a couple feet from the back of their vehicle, and he fucking took off. It's like, fair enough, not a problem. Well, there was a young lady, I think she was late 20s, early 30s. She had seen this. She was in a Jeep, and she had pulled up ahead. She had pulled up ahead. I saw her pull in while this was happening. I got back in my truck, drove on up the breakdown lane, parked behind her, got out. Like, hey. I said, you okay? She's like, yeah, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I said, you see that? She goes, yeah, that was crazy. Yeah. Well, she was on the phone with the police reporting it all. I said, thank you very much. Thank you very much. She's like, hey, not a problem. I said, okay, drive safe. I think he's gone. He's gone. It ain't going to happen. I got back in my truck, and I went home. So it's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Fucking crazy. So that was that adventure. That was again. Hope you don't think ill of me now. Yeah, don't be getting froggy if you ain't going to jump. And if you're going to jump, you better jump high, because It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. And like I say, it's because people don't. It's because people don't deal with shit that these assholes just keep doing it. Laurel says most bullies hate confrontation aimed at them. Yeah, so I have no idea. I don't think he was a very big guy. And he was just beating the shit out of that little kid, probably his boyfriend. And I guess that because he was calling me a faggot. It's like, I'm married. I got to have my gal sitting right here. You're the one beating up your bitch. Like, no. And I've had people say, oh, you shouldn't do that because you don't know anything about them. You're right, I don't. I don't. I know about me. I know about me. I know that I'm big. I know that I ain't a weakling. I know that I can take care of myself. And I know that I am heavily armed. You know how to use it. Hey, Allie. Hi from Allie and Jim. Say hi to Jim. So, yeah, it's not I'm not worried about them. I was watching the whole damn time. Look, I'm used to making traffic stops. I know how to approach a vehicle. Judy says they don't know about you either. Bingo. I got the advantage because I have the training and I have the wherewithal. I'm going into it thinking the worst and prepared for the worst. It's when you don't expect shit that you get fucked up. Again, this was no different than if I just made a general traffic stop. I knew exactly what the hell was going on. I was watching them inside the vehicle. I was paying attention. And as you all know, I am heavily armed. Whether that was part of the reason they took off or not, because as you know, I open carry. So, and it's a big gun. But, yeah, that might or might not have been. No, it's like you have no idea who the hell you're dealing with. Stop it. Don't be starting shit. So that's that. Allie, you missed some adventures. I gave some adventures. The cowboy. You just came at the end of a road rage incident. And you missed two you missed two trespassing orders given to me and the stories behind them. Hey, it is what it is. I think it was all justified, and I was fine with playing it out. Again, I'll play it out. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Tonight's coffee, hazelnut cream from New England brand. It's one of my favorites. Gus says it's funny. Every time we are together, I never even think anything about you carrying. No. It is probably just, it's just, if you know me, it just makes sense. And I don't, again, I'm not a small guy, so it just fits in there. It's non-obtrusive. Allie says, sorry, was waiting to see if my son was going to call me and his dad or grandparents. Yeah, that's right. See, I wasn't expecting you in tonight at all anyways, because Sunday's your night to call your boy. You usually show up on Wednesday. Hope he's doing okay. Kay says, even simple traffic stops can be daunting these days. I don't envy the job. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a cop now. I thought, sheriff, I just don't want to be certified again in the state of New Hampshire. Here's the God's honest truth. I would be a sheriff in New Hampshire if I did not have to be certified. If they took my credentials and training as is and said okay and grandfather me in, yeah, I'd do that. I'd be a sheriff. But I wouldn't be a town police officer, and I'd especially not a big town. Fuck that. But yeah, I'd be a sheriff. But I just don't want to. I don't want to go through the academy again. Fuck that. Number one, they ain't going to tell me anything I don't already know, and they're going to put me through a bunch of shit that I shouldn't have to go through. So I'm just not interested in playing those games. It's just the way it is. But yeah, the two most dangerous jobs as a police officer. Number one is a traffic stop. Number two is a domestic violence case. Two most dangerous. There's ways you can mitigate that, but it's dangerous. You never know. How is your boy doing there, Allie? Allie says he is talking to his grandparents tonight. I go get him November 25th for Thanksgiving, and he comes for a week. Oh, well, that's good. That's good. I'm sure he's going to have a fantastic time. Jim playing games tonight? See, I'm remembering Jim. And I called you Allie. I know it's in quotes, but I usually go by the first thing. It's like, whatever. They're from Oregon. Right? Oregon. Don't say Idaho. Is it Idaho? Oregon. I think it's Oregon, right? I think it was Oregon. You're on the western side. He's doing really good and has ranked up 3 times and earned 2 academic awards. No, he's cooking dinner. Oh, okay, good. What you having for dinner? I had thick cut, bone-in, T-bone pork chops, seasoned, and then finished with Idaho. Oh, shit. Idaho. Sorry. Finished. So I seared on both sides, seasoned it, seared on both sides, put it in the oven to finish it. But I did so with diced Italian, seasoned maters. And we had that with rice-a-roni and green beans. Chili and garlic biscuits. That'll work. That'll work. That's what Allie says. But that's what I had for dinner. Now, y'all got a recipe coming this week. I should have taken a picture of it. But you got a recipe. There's got two recipes as soon as I get them done. Number one, you need the what's it called? Pour horn cream horn or something like that. I told you about that. The missus made it. When she makes another batch, which is going to be soon, I'm going to take a picture of it this time and then post it up online with the recipe. The second thing is oh my God. Yesterday for dinner, we had sausage soup. It was awesome. It's a sausage cream and cheese soup. I forget what it's called, but it's got sausage in it, spinach and kind of special noodles that go in it and broth and of course and cheese and it's wonderful. So I'm going to have the missus make up another batch, take pictures of that, and then post up the recipe for that as well. So you got 2 recipes coming. Kay says, always cook with bone in if you can. It adds a lot of flavor. Yeah, it can. Yes, but it's also a pain in the ass to eat. So I personally don't either look or not look. I get whatever is best price, and then I cook it. I just cook it. But yeah, bones can add a lot more flavor, but You also have to keep in mind too is that the cut of meat, whether it's pork or beef, doesn't cook as fast by the bone. So if you do by temperature, like I do, place it where it's someplace in the middle so that you get a nice. I cook my steak to 118 before I pull it, and then let it rest. It's a perfect medium rare. Because you got carryover heat. Cook my pork to about 142-ish inside. Pull it off. That's a perfect, it's sort of medium rare, but a little bit more. It's just got a blush of pink, which is good for pork. Peggy says, hey there, I hope all is well. I've had a busy weekend celebrating birthday. Birthday's not mine. Well, happy birthday to everybody. And hey, Peggy, welcome to the show. You missed all the good stories. I was dishing the dirt on the bad cowboy. So yeah, you never know. If you're out with me, you never know what's going to happen. Gus has been around me for a couple days. Nothing happened though. Dang it, nothing ever happened. Kay says, I don't cook by temperature, I cook by feel. Yeah, and that's fine. That's good. I cook by temperature. Meat's not always the same, so. Laurel says we cook our meats the same way. Yeah. Kay says, and appearance. Yeah, I don't go by appearance and I don't go by feel. Because appearance don't tell you, depending upon how it's seared, it's going to look different. And so, whatever. Yeah, if it works for you, Kay, have at it. Peggy says, no, not you. Yes, me. just, that's me. That's me. It can be interesting. Allie says, sometimes I miss pork. I can't eat it anymore, sadly. Why can't you eat pork? Gus says, when we're together, it's boring. Old people. It ain't that boring, Gus. It ain't that boring. We just, not a lot happens. God. Ain't that boring? Oh, man, my hip's been barking at me. Kay says experience. Yeah, like I said, yeah, have at it, Kay. I can guarantee I've cooked a couple things of meat in my time. We just got our own ways. Allie says, because I had my gallbladder taken out a little over a year ago, and it goes right through me in about 20-30. Oh, okay. Yeah. Jacqueline says, more stories, please. Or great. Damn, you're gonna make me pronounce a word. Raconteur. Stories. I tell my stories, and they're all real. God, what kind of story? What kind of story we get here? Stories. Oh, about the only time I even ever touched my sidearm when I was a great storyteller. Well, there we go. When I was out street shooting. Peggy says, Gus, I'm 73 and wouldn't change a thing. I love watching the world go by, and I don't have to join in. So here I am in Manchester. Here we go, Manchester. Here I am in Manchester on the back streets. And I'm looking for pictures. And I see this young feller. He kind of looks like a little string out little bugger. But he has an interesting look. He's got an interesting look. Again, if you look interesting, I'll probably take a picture. So he's across the street, and I bring my camera up. He's across the street at an angle, so he's not straight ahead. He's down here, catty corner. And I bring my camera up, and I take a couple pictures. And I just kept it up to see what's going to happen. I just had it about chest height. And he sees me. And he comes fucking booking it across the street. I mean, he's running at me full tilt. I'm like, yo, yay. So I let my camera down. And I went catty corner. I like to blade myself. And I didn't do anything. I just stood there ready. And he comes up and he gets in my face. And he's like, you can't take my fucking picture. And I'm like, I already did. I already did. I said, I don't need your permission. I got the picture I wanted. That's fine. And he's getting right up in my face. And I said, you need to back off. Because I don't like it when people get in my space. I said, you need to back off. And he's barking at me. And he's getting closer. And I told him again, you need to back off. And when I did that, and to see, now he's within touching range. When I say touching range, that means he's this close. He's not even full armed. He is this close. And I drop my hand to the top of my sidearm. And I just clicked the snap off. And I said, again, you need to back off. He's like, what are you going to do? You going to fucking shoot me? You going to fucking shoot me? Go ahead and shoot me. And I took my left arm and I straight armed him. And I just, right out straight. And down he goes out into the street, ass over tea kettle. And I said, now you fucking stay there and you stay the fuck away from me. And he got up and he left. And that was that. That's the only time I'd ever even touched my sidearm when I was out street shooting. Peggy says public domain. Yeah, well, yeah, you've got no expectation of privacy out in general public. I've had people say that shit all the time. You've got to get permission to take my picture. No, I fucking don't. No, I don't. And normally, I'll just take a picture and that'll be that. I'll wave and that's fine. And most people wave back. But sometimes people get their heckles up and they want to confront me. And it's like, you want to know how you get the cowboy to take a shit ton more pictures of you? Tell me I can't take your picture. I'll burn. Look, it's all digital. I don't care. I'll burn 100 shots because I'm just going to delete them anyways. I don't even care if you're in the shot. I'm just going to point it in your general direction and take pictures. If you're nice, ain't not a problem. It's not a problem. I got the shot I needed, and that's fine. Allie says, at Laurel, so far I have to take an enzyme pill before I eat anything. Hopefully that will change someday. I hope so, too, because pork is good. Pork is good. Allie says, when were you a Leo? Oh, that was a good, about 30 years ago. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. But, yeah. She says, awesome. Yeah, I was good. I was good. I'm suited for the job. I don't know if I'm suited for the job. I mean, like I said, I'd be a sheriff. If I didn't have to go back to the academy to get certified in New Hampshire, I'd run for sheriff here. I could probably win. Who knows? But, yeah, I'd be a sheriff here, but I wouldn't be a street officer in some town. Allie says, my brother's a detective in Idaho. He gets to retire in 4 years. Well, good job. Good job. Tell him to stay safe. Detectives, good work. I did investigations, but I wasn't a detective. I was a senior patrolman. I was a beat cop. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I was suited for it. Will do. I pray for him every night. Well, don't get silly now. No. But, yeah. I like doing it. I enjoyed it. Suited well for it. I enjoyed it. The missus is not dissatisfied that I'm no longer working. Nope. She's fine by it. Kay said I was arrested years ago for speeding in Freedom, New Hampshire. Freedom, New Hampshire. On the main drag or back road? I admitted it to the officer. I expected a ticket, but then I joked that he had run out of paperwork. He took me in. Be respectful. No, always be respectful. always be respectful. How fast were you going? Normally they don't pull you in unless you're 20 over. A lot of people don't understand that too. Yeah, you go over, check your state statutes, but generally it's about 20 over. They can arrest you. Judy says, "Dang, dang." Yep. They're still looking for the court security guys, and Concord's looking for some now. And the last I knew, Hooksett was paying better. I'm not. 55 and a 40? Yeah, that's only 15. Let me guess. They just booked you and you were released on your own recognizance, and you had to pay a ticket. Gus says he lost his freedom in Freedom. Freedom. For folks who don't know, that's just south of Ossipee. Was it a state trooper, Laurel says. I don't think so. It might have been, but I'll bet you it was a local. If it was a state, it had to have been on the main drag. That's why I asked if it was a back road or the main drag. That's one boring-ass drive. From Freedom on up north on the main drag, I forget what the road is called, but it's a boring-ass drive. It's pretty straight. It's just boring. Straight and wide. That's south of Ossipee. Now Ossipee is just east of Winnipesaukee. Yeah, Kay said it was local. If it was a trooper, he'd most likely been on the highway unless he was getting from point A to point B. And he said it was 55 and 40, and 40 would have been 40. Trying to think. If that was on the local, it must have been just in or outside of Freedom. Or it was a back road. Because most of the main drag is, I think it's 55, most of it. Until you hit where the lights are, and then it drops down. I was looking at property at one time just in the backside of Freedom. I thought Freedom would be a good place if you get a big chunk of land, put a ranch there. Yeah, he said booked, released, and then fine. That's what I said. They're like, Cowboy, you been through this before? Yeah. 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 Because basically, and what this is you've probably heard the saying, the process is the punishment. That's all it was. It was probably the same exact fine without the booking. But they booked you. They booked you, probably didn't, no charges, just booked you, and then released. And if there was any charges, they were dropped anyways, and you just pay the fine. It's just, again, it's a process. The process is the punishment. It was at, downtown intersection, yeah. But that's a boring ass road. Isn't that a boring road? It's like, I got to say, I probably always sped down that road. I don't go up there often, but yeah, it's boring. It's straight. It's wide. It's pretty boring. Man, and you think you go, it's not going to take you. Go from Ossipee on up to Conway. And you go, Yeah, because that's the next. They got a couple towns, but that's the next. Boom. So you're looking at like if you're going to go to the Kangamungus Highway, and I like to travel it from east to west, not from west to east. Why? Well, because east to west is all your uphill, and then once you reach the top, you come down the other side, and it's much steeper, but it's quick. So you end up using less brakes than if you come the other way. Booked for future reference in case these are repeat problems. Nah, because they got you on file anyways. They just booked him to book him. He's like, okay. It was just, yeah. I was heading up to Wildcat. There you go. Case I did my own booking because the officers couldn't figure out. That's fine. It's training. It's all training. But yeah, I go from east to west. But yeah, the drive from freaking Ossipee to Conway is just long. You don't think it is. It's long. It takes you a long time. But then I take the Kangamungus Highway east to west, because also I think that's the best way to drive it. But on the other side, you're at Jackson. And when you're in Jackson, stopping at the Black Mountain Burger Company, they have the best burgers that I have had in the world, aside from my own. Route 25, you mean going up from Ossipee? Let's see here. I keep forgetting I can do this. We're going to find out for you there, Gus. Here we go. Let's try this. There we go. Look at that. Kay said with a friend, he had to bail me out. I forgot I mentioned my 45 minutes at local jail. Well, yeah, that'll help. That happens. Let's see here. Here's Ossipee. There's Ossipee right here. Here's Ossipee. Ossipee. There's Wakefield. Okay, here we go. Lake Ossipee, so we come up north. So here we go. Let's zoom in here. It's right here. 16. It's 16. So see, you come in through here. I usually come in through here. This is how do I get to Ossipee? I come in from north of, let's figure this out. I'm going to back up here. I come in right up here. I come up here because this is Winnipesaukee right here. And I drive up here. This is a nice road to drive. And I come up here into Moultonboro, and I take this up here. This is 21. Is that what it was? 25. So 25 from Moultonboro north to East Sandwich. And then it turns to 113 and 25 are the same. Come here to West Ossipee, and that's just north of Ossipee Lake. Now, Freedom is right. Where the heck is it? It should be right down here. This is Freedom. No, here's Freedom over here. But Freedom comes, it's up here, but it comes down here too. So it comes in here. And you touch in Freedom here too. It says it's up here, but this is all Freedom down here as well. So he was probably somewhere in here. So, okay, so 16, you come up here, and you come on up here, and then you go, there you go. And you keep going, 16 up, 16 up, 16 up. And you come up in here. And you come in here to Conway. And there's Conway. See, bing. There's Conway. Tourist town. So you come up here. And then before you get into Conway, you take a left here. This is 112, which is the Kangamungus You come on up here, and you're just winding through the Black Mountains, or the White Mountains. You come on up in through here. And just zip on up in here. And you keep going down here. Ooh, here we go. Yee-hee. We come on up here. Woo-hoo. We're coming on up in here. Yay. Oh, and whoa, what the hell are we doing up in here? Whee. And you come up here. Boom. There you go. Here's Lincoln. There's Lincoln. Loon Mountain. You come into Lincoln. Boom. Right here. And then you drop on down here and you come into Lincoln. As soon as you come into Lincoln, you have the Black Mountain Burger Company. It's in Lincoln. So just there. They closed it in the winter. They closed the Black Mountain Burger Company in the winter. Them fuckers. I don't care anyways. I don't drive the Kangamungas in the winter. No. What is the pink outline? Looks like a dinosaur. Oh, right here? Is that what you're talking about? What's the pink? Right here? What are you talking about? The dinosaur. Looks like a dinosaur. You're talking about right here? It's orange on mine. What do they close in the winter? The Kangamungas? These right here are just buildings. They're outlines of buildings. I think it's the ski area buildings. Oh, they closed the Kangamungas in the wintertime? Didn't know that. I don't drive it in the wintertime. Let's try to find where the... Oh, see, there it goes right here. It's right there. It's on the map right here. Black Mountain Burger Company. You see that right there? Let's see if I can zoom on in for you. There's the little... It's the first... As you're coming down off of the Kangamungas... And see, it's still the Kangamungas right here. As you come on down in, it's the first plaza area. And it's right in here. It's right here. Now, let's see if it's going to let me zoom in here. Oh, see, here we go. We're in the parking lot. Yee-hee. And it should be, come on, keep turning, right here. See, it's right there. This one right here. And now there's another restaurant over here. I think it's a seafood restaurant or something or other. I don't know what the hell it is. It's it's Alato Gelato, an Italian restaurant or something like that. I come here. Yeah. I don't usually park here. This is where I park. Almost every damn time. Okay? Where is it? I usually park right here or someplace in here. That's it. Every time. Usually just one of these right here or one of these right here. Every time. Just happens to work out that way. She goes, no, the border on the map. Oh, well, let me go see what the border is. Let's head for the border. Here we go. Oh, hang on, folks. Kay says the Kangamungas is tough enough in the summer with all the tourists on your ass. You know, yes and no. Fall is horrible. Man, and if you want to see some fucking Indians, van loads, buses loads, Indians, dot, not feather. They are freaking everywhere. Okay, let's keep pulling back out. Let's pull back out. I'm trying to pull out. No, let's do this. 2D. There we go. Let's try to figure it out. Looks like a dinosaur. It's pink and looks like a dinosaur. Let's try to figure it out. Come out here like this. Let's see. It wasn't this far out, was it? It wasn't this far out. Fall? Yes. Yes, in the fall. I'm trying to find the pink dinosaur. Now, help me out here, Jacqueline. Help me out. I'm trying to figure this out. Trying to find a dinosaur. Never mind. You first open. Oh, when I first opened the map, that was way over here. That was way over here. Let's go here. Let's go back here. Where the heck is it? Oh, maybe down. Down here? Let's go. Oh, there's Silver Lake. Oh my goodness. Ossipee Lake. Okay, here we go. This is where I was when I first opened it up. Oh, let me see here. Did you see something like this? There's a pink dinosaur. Kay says, I prefer more leisurely areas. Yeah, more remote areas. Yeah, we do the back roads. But we do like sometimes doing the loop. Like sometimes we'll also go up north and hit the presidential highway, which goes through the White Mountains, but on the northern side of them. That's a nice drive too. But we only do that every few years. But okay, here we are here. This right here, this shape. You said that looks like a dinosaur? This is Ossipee. It's the border of Ossipee. So you've got Chickville, Center Ossipee, West Ossipee. But this is Ossipee. And as you can see, this is Lake Winnipesaukee right here. So Ossipee is northeast of Winnipesaukee. Now, if I could pick a lake to have a house on, it'd be up here, right here. It would be this lake right here, Squam Lake. Squam Lake is the lake that they filmed on Golden Pond on. And it's got all sorts of little inlets and bays and stuff like that. Jacqueline says, "Oh, I didn't mean to make it think of it." No, that's okay. That's okay. But you got your question answered. That's how I zipped in because Kay said that he was pulled over in Freedom. Well, Freedom's right there with Ossipee, so it was easier for me to just hit boom Ossipee because then we're talking about the road, and that's where I needed to go. But yeah, Squam Lake. I'd like it someplace up here, the north. Not a lot of people up there. It's out of the way, but that's a nice drive up through there too. That's nice. But it's the perfect, Oh, the top is the head facing. Let's see here. We'll see that again. The top is this is the head. Like this is like the nose area. And what's this? Is that like a spear coming out the dinosaur's back? I don't know. Okay, here we go. In Chickville, the last time I checked, there's like 800 and close to 900 acres for sale in there. Oh, God, I'd love to have that. Just to have. That's a lot for New Hampshire. This is a dinosaur. I still don't see the dinosaur, but that's okay. We love you anyways, Jackie. But yeah, Squam Lake. I'd like to have a house on that lake. Sawtell Deadwater is a great spot for canoeing. Yeah, I didn't get out this year. Now, let me see another place. This is, and there's Lincoln, keep going north. But I got to go over here because it's over here. See, I keep going north here. There is there is a place for sale. It's a nice chunk. It's got all the basics that I need. I just can't buy it. Not yet. Where is it? Nope, went too far. So it's like, hey, it should be someplace up in here. Let's try this. There we go. Boy, I was way off. It's up in here. There is a ranch. It's a farm. I call it a ranch up in Lisbon that I like. That's quite a bit up north. Sugar Hill, absolutely beautiful. If you want one of the most picturesque little New England towns, nestled in hugging hills. In other words, they're tight. They're tight. And everywhere you look is a winding road and a hill. Absolutely beautiful area right there. Sugar Hill. Yep. Just west of Franconia. Franconia is pretty too, but Sugar Hill, if you get a chance to drive through there, stop in. That's a nice little area. It's a beautiful little town. There's Littleton. Yeah, not a picturesque town, but it's got all your big box stores and stuff like that. There's Monroe. So as you can see, let's back out of here. And there is all of New Hampshire right there. Right here. So that's way up there. We're down here. We're in the greater Concord area. This right here is Winnipesaukee. This right here is Ossipee. That's Conway. Kangamungus runs up right up in through here and comes back down here, and Lincoln's over here. Yep. Colebrook is way up north, up here. Berlin's up here. Berlin's a lot of places snowmobiling and ATV in the summertime. It's a mecca for that stuff. Yep. So that's that. Go back here. So that, Gus says, On Golden Pond was filmed there. Yes. Squam Lake. Beautiful lake. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. Your camp's in Lancaster. Yeah, let's see here. We'll bring that up for folks. Oops. Come on, it's not. Lancaster, New Hampshire. Here we go. Yeah, so that was a bit north of you didn't see it because it's not on there. It's a bit north of, this is Lancaster. It's northeast of, see, this is Lisbon's right here, and Littleton, and Lancaster's up here. So it's all in the same area right here. Now, if you're going to get up there, usually take the highway. It's quicker. So you can take this highway on up. See, take this highway right on up. Oh, no, you take this highway up here. No, right here. Here we go. This highway. No. What highway are we going to take? This one. Yeah. This highway right here. Get up to Bethlehem. Bethlehem's nice. Nice little town. That's where they got the Hasidic Jew complex up there. I got a bunch of pictures of them too. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can pull up some. I know I got some pictures. Maybe I get another picture right up in here. Let me see here. Come on up here. Let's see here. Jews. See if I find it. some photography of my Jewish friends. They're not really my friends. They're not my enemies, but they were up there. They got, like I said, they got a big Jewish community up there. Huge. Hasidic Jews are the ones that wear those black hats and they wear the fuzzy fuzzy top hats. Okay, I'm looking here. Let's see if it's in this one. I don't think this is. Oh, maybe not. It's got a bunch of random ones. No, it wasn't. Go down here again. Let's see. No, there's a horseback. Oh, here we go. Bet you it's in this one. We'll see. Come on now. Let's go. I'll just open this up just so you can see what I'm scrolling through. These are all my pictures. I like this. I did a photo session with this gal. Love this shot. This is taken from like 150 feet away underneath a picnic table. No, you can't see the picnic table. Come on now. There you go. Come on now. Go. Come on now. Another photo shoot. Come on now. There's enough variety here. I bet you my Jewish ones are in here. Facebook's being slow. Oh, there I am. I explained this shot right here. It was done in the middle of the day. Not a dark room. In the middle of the day. I explained how that was done. Nice shot. Come on now. Love this shot. It's one of my street photography shots. Let's go. Come on now. Here we go. Come on now. Come on. This is a favorite of folks. This little girl. She was up at a apple orchard. They had a rope swing on it. She was having a grand old time. You've seen a few pictures of her already. Different feels. Okay, come on now. There's Puffin. You are a jack of all trades. Or did you just have a lot of hobbies? Yeah, I did photography professional for a while there too. Didn't make a lot of money on it. The industry was swamped, but yeah, this shot right here was a party commission. I'm part of a party commission. I used to like doing that. You could commission me to show up at your party, and I would take all sorts of goodie shots, and you got to pick them, and I'd print them out for you. And this is one that I took at one of the parties. And I love portraits. I'm a headshot guy. I love faces. Faces say a lot. Come on now. It's got to be in this group. Got to be in this group. Yeah, love faces. Faces say a lot. They say a lot. Come on now. Please be in this group. As you can see, some of them are studio shots and some of them are in environment shots. Some of them are, like this one right here is a school picture set. Some are street photography. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Come on. Let's go. I like capturing the essence of the person. And I'd bitched about this before on my show. It really bothers me when, people have elderly folks in their family and they don't have a professional photographer come in and take some pictures before they really go downhill so that they can have them done right. Because I hate going to a funeral and then what they do is they find some old crappy picture and they try to blow it up and it looks like crap. No. I love this shot. Y'all know who this is, right? That's Dana Bash from CNN. See CNN on the thing? It's Dana Bash. Love that shot. Yep. All of these are mine. All of these are mine. But yeah, it's like, don't pass it up. I even told people I'll do it for free. Just set up a time. What I'll do is I'll go and I'll talk to them, get a feel for who they are. I'll take some pictures, and then you can you can choose the pictures that you like out of the bunch that I took. They'll be high resolution. They'll be properly processed. They're not going to be cell phone crap or something from an old picture that you had freaking printed out 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Damn it. No, it's not in this batch. You son of a mother. Went through all of that and it's not in any of those. See, landscapes too. I do landscapes. He was an interesting fellow. I say it kind of looks like a Sikh Sean Connery. This is one of my favorite Americana street photography pictures. Looks like a classic American diner shot. Well, because it is. Yep. There's me. See, there's me in the window. See me in the window? That's me back quite some years ago with my fluffy cold weather coat when I'm out there taking pictures. And that's done in it's a reflection in a window. Not an easy shot. It's easy to take that shot with a cell phone because it autofocuses and stuff like that. This is back using my DSLR. These are not, I choose everything. Let's see here. Macro photography. Yeah, I love doing the bugs. Come on now. Is it in this shot? Let's see if it's in this group. Love this shot. This is underneath this is in the tunnels in the state capitol, underneath the roads. Oh, you're not in this group. You son of a mother. Are you in this group? Come on now. Trying to show you my damn Hasidic Jew pictures. Come on. Let's go. Facebook is, you've seen some of these because these are just ones that I'd randomly put up for folks to see. Nope, not in this group. I bet you in this is 44 in here. Let's go backwards. See if it go backwards. Come on now. I want to see my Jew dudes. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Oh, goodness. What the hell? We need to... Whatever. Not a big deal. I don't know where the hell they are. But, more insect pictures. Yeah, more of my pictures. Oh, I did this. This right here. Be your inner beast. Right here. You folks would like this right here. Your inner beast. This picture right here. Can you search your photos by subject? You can if they were labeled. Can if it's labeled. I'll find it. This is right here. This is my youngest's hat. It's a wolf thing. It's a winter hat. You see, it's got the pom-poms, and there's me in the shadows. Now, what I did one day is I went and see. I did this. Now watch this. It's like be your inner beast. So I went down to downtown Concord. I drove in, and I went around town, and I asked people, and I was wearing this hat, and I wanted people to show me their inner beast. Excuse me, and these are some of the pictures right here. Let's play it. There we go. Everybody showing me their inner beast. It was a fun day out. But yeah, that was that. Let's get out of here. Seems I got 33, but I'm not going to go through all of that. It's just hogwash. There's my my little feller. That was a fun shot. Yeah. What I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll find that picture and I will post it up. I'll post it up on Facebook and make a show note and say, hey, this is this is the Hasidic Jews up in Mine aren't labeled. AI finds images from just recognize the things. And yeah, I mean, I could do that. I'm not going to do it right now when the show is going on, because it's not working on here. And that was just on my Facebook account. But I'll find it and I'll put it up for y'all. I was hoping I'd be able to get to it soon. Let's see here. Photography, Jew. Let's see if that works. Nope. Photography. Jewish. Didn't find anything in the area there. Jewish. It's coming up. Yeah, see, that's not coming up either. Yeah, damn thing. Whatever. It ain't that important. They're neat pictures, though. They got quite the look to them. Those fellers. But, yep. Well, it's after 10 o'clock. Jacqueline says, I like seeing all the other images anyway. Well, thank you. Yeah, I put them up online. I just remember periodically I go through a spell, and each day or every other day I'll post up a new picture. Say, there you go. There's some pictures that I took. I had a true passion for it, but the industry dropped out because it's, my niece is a photographer. Yeah, of course she is. She can't tell you the difference about, composition and setting up light or anything like that. But snap a picture. Now, how high from the ground should you be to take the picture and not look like you're too high and too low? Well, most people don't know. Shoot it between belly button and chest, and then they're going to look like you're looking straight in their eyes. Laurel says, I love the pictures that accentuate the eyes. I told you I love the face. I love the face. I could just take pictures of people's faces forever. I love portraits. Bodies are fine, but the face tells the story. The face tells the story. And I got a crap ton of those out there. Just nice. And as you saw, I like people with unique looks. Just unique. Something that just sets them apart. Something catch your eye. Catch your eye. But yep. It is what it is. And I got my cameras and stuff over there. Well, you can't see. They're over there. Where is it? No, it's not. I got my lenses there. I got my camera downstairs in the missus's office. Yeah. Got my lenses up here, camera downstairs. Yep. And yes, this is, for those just tuning in, this is not a green screen. This is part of my studio. Love my studio. Nice place to work. Yep. So, any other questions before we shut down for the night? Jacqueline, Allie, you missed all the good stories. You came in late, you missed all the good stories. Missed all the good stories. Tomorrow's Monday. I'll be up bright and early. Franken Zebo is done. For all intents and purposes, it's done. It's closed in all four sides. Got a door to it. With a window in the door. No, Laurel saw a picture of the front door and everything. Allie says, oh, well, there's always Wednesday. There is, and I'll be here. I will be here. As always, those who like this show, like my other content, get over to Facebook. Take a look at it. I put a crap ton of content out there. If you think it's something that's worthy and it's of value to you, please consider donating to help keep it up. I do this full time. There's a link in the description of the show. You can make a single payment or you can set up a monthly donation. Either is fine. Every bit helps. Laura says, y'all have a good night. I love the Franken-Zebo. Oh, it's great. We've used it. Friday, we gave it the first run between me and the missus with the door on. And then Saturday, the kids came over and we fired up the pit there too. So she's working great. Jacqueline says there's always replays of the show if someone's late or not here. Yeah, it's up. As soon as I shut it down, you can leave and then come back and you can watch it from the beginning. The missus, she watches it the next morning. So she starts her day and she's in her office working. And while she's doing her work, she runs the show on her cell phone. So she can see what's happening. But yeah, it's archived. It's there. If you get any questions or anything like that, make sure you write them down so you can ask them on the next show. I always forget. I was going to talk about a bunch of stuff, and I probably forget about most of it already because we do the show by the seat of the pants. Ellie says, awesome. Good night. Good night, and thank you for joining the show. Say hey to Jim. Hope dinner was good. Laurel, Gus, Kay, Judy. Did Judy show up tonight? Peggy, there she is. Peggy, you stayed up late. Peggy's usually about 5 till. She usually says goodnight. She stayed longer. Thank you, Peggy. She says yes, and he says hi. Good, fantastic. There's Judy. Yeah, see, I remember Judy. Judy showed up. If I forgot anybody's name, hey, sorry. It is what it is. I am not forgetting you. I just forgot your name. Judy says, good night, all. Laurel again, thank you, everybody. That said, get some rest. See you bright and early. Tomorrow morning, I'll be putting out content. Stop in, say, hey, get your friends and family to join the show. I don't bite. And God bless and take care.